is called theta. Don't let that confuse you. All that means is the radians length. Okay? So if you want to, maybe we should put this here. Radius times radians. That's really all you're doing here. It's just radius times radians. Radius times radians. Say that 3 times fast. Now, check it out. What's the radius? Look at the picture. What's the radius? 6. Yeah, I'm not trying to make it hard. What's the radians? 7 pi over 6. Now, you can do this exactly how you see it. First of all, when I multiply fractions, there's just something that I can do to this 6 to make it make a little more sense. Right, I'm going to put over 1, right, to make it 6. Right? Put it over 1. And how do we multiply fractions? Across, right? Not cross multiply, not this. Across, right? So really, in your calculator, you can just go 6 times 7 pi divided by 6. Or, look at what I do here. These 6's cancel, it's just 7 times pi. But still, I want you to do that in your calculator. If you don't see what I just did, you can do it exactly how I just said. 6 times 7 pi divided by 6. And tell me what you get. Do you see where the pi button is?
You had to push second first? Yeah.
Yes, you have to press second first. And you don't even have to press times. You can just press 6 times 7 pi divided by 6. And you should get about 22.
21.96.
Yep.
No, where's the pi?
Yes, it was second. And then and then divided by 6. Anybody else having issues? You get 21.9 something?
Where's the pi button?
Right here, so you go to second, right that. You already pushed it second. Okay. Everybody see you gotta go second, little hat button for the pi button?
So we can't put on that.
So here's the thing, Dante, is that it actually rounds pretty nicely, but ordinarily, yes, I would want you to leave it as a decimal. So it was like, what, 21.99 or something like that? So 21.99, I'm just going to say rounds to 22. But for the answers that I'm going to have you guys do here in a minute, they're going to be to 2 decimal places. Or actually to 1 decimal place, because that's what it says here, the 10, right? So I want you guys to try it over here. Look at what S is. The radius is going to be the same for both of these, it's 3. S is this length here, find that. B is this length here, find that. Shouldn't take you more than a minute. Okay? Do the same thing we just got done doing. Plug it right in your calculator and give me the answer. Now, one thing I forgot to do, check your answers of mine if you haven't done it already. One thing I forgot to do is what? I'm finding a length. Inches, absolutely. Okay? So all 3 of those answers should have inches as my label because I'm finding a length, and a length has a measurement, has a label to it. Okay? All right, any questions on that? Pretty easy, right? It's literally just multiply the radius times the radius. Okay? Let's go down below and find the area of a sector. Not a whole lot harder, but I want to tell you what a sector is first, and it's going to make a whole lot of sense when I put it in layman's terms. In other words, here's the mathematical definition. A region bounded by 2 radii, that's radii, and an arc of a circle. Okay, I'm going to move this down a little bit because I want to show you what I mean. fact, it looks even better at the very top. Let me read this again. A region, so an area, bounded by two radii, which is just radius plural, in an arc of a circle. So this right here is a sector. This whole region right here is a sector. What does that look like? In real world. What's that? Okay. What else? Let's take a look. What if I draw it this way? What does that piece look like? A piece of pizza. No, that's really what it looks like, right? It's a pizza slice. Now it might be a little bigger pizza slice. Somebody might take half the pizza, jerk. But you get the idea, okay? Now, we want to find the area of that pizza slice. How do we do it? Here's how we do it. We take the fraction of the circle and we times it by divide it by 360 times the area of the sector. Here's what I mean. We're going to take the area of a circle, excuse me, write a little times here. You're going to take that equal sign, you're going to write a times there, times the area of the circle. Sorry, I forgot to write that in the first time. So what this means, I'm going to make it real easy, is degrees over 360, because that's the part of the circle, times pi r squared. That's it. The area of a sector is the fraction of the circle times the area of the circle. Area of a circle is pi r squared. So how are we going to do this? Well, let's look at the example up above. S was 7 pi over 6. Okay? So the first thing I got to do, and this kind of stinks, is I got to, let me maybe write this, is step 1. Change from degrees to radians. I'm sorry, radians to degrees. Change from radians to degrees. Radians to degrees. So we've got this, I'm going to write the word kind of down here. We've got 7 pi over 6. How do I change from radians to degrees? We've already done degrees to radians today. How do I change from radians to degrees? 180 over pi, right? It was just the reciprocal of it. So 180 over pi. What do you remember happens right away? Pi's cancel. And you can go right in your calculator, 7 times 180 divided by 6. Okay? I'm going to do a quick hand. 6 goes under there 30 times, 6 goes under there once, and 7 times 30 is 210 degrees. That's not the answer. That's the first step. I got to change from radians to degrees first. Because now, I can just plug it into my equation here. I know the degrees is 210. I know the radius is 6, because it shows it right in the picture. I just plug it in and just plug it into the calculator. So let me write it down here. It's going to be 210 over 360 times pi times the radius, which is 6, squared. Plug it in your calculator, see what you get. Exactly how you see it. 210 divided by 360 times pi times, well, what's 6 squared? 36. So maybe save yourself that step, but you could plug it in at 6 squared too. Okay? And I didn't put anything here, but it comes out to be about, what, 65.97?
Yeah.
We'll just call that about 66, is that okay? What's my label here if I'm doing area? Inches squared, that's right. Difference between yesterday and today is inches squared. Okay? You guys tried 2 S and B. So what you got to do first again is change it over to degrees, then just plug it right into the formula. Different radius here. Try it out. confused or just want to see if you're setting it up right, I did start the setup on there. I did not finish it. I debated them all yesterday. I know the answers on time. I'm sure. You got it. That's right. Well, if you have the same answers, it's right. I don't think you didn't try to hear it. She asked me what she wanted. I think you're gonna have to watch is, first of all, this. All right, let me finish it up here. I got 150 as my first one and 120 as my second one. The radius was 3 squared, which is 9. And when I plug that all in, I should have got 11.78 inches squared. And I should have got 9.42 inches squared. And those are my two answers. You have about 10 minutes left. You can go ahead and open it up and start on your homework. We're done from there. If you have questions, if you didn't get what I just got, make sure we talk, and I will fix it for you and figure out what you did. Otherwise, you got the rest of the hour to work on your homework.